Start with our meditation. Okay, so we start our chair yoga. Some of you, it's office yoga with a posture I call the mountain pose, sitting tall to prepare for just a brief reflection and meditation and breath awareness before the physical postures. So take a moment, sit nice and tall. If you have a chair versus couch, go for the chair. You may want a pillow behind your back if you need support. If you don't need support, just sit a little forward so you're not leaning against the chair back. You want to be alert now to concentrate on the breath. And let's take a moment, stretch the arms up on the inhale. Reach for the sky, exhale, palms to prayer. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, palms to prayer. Slowing the breath down now. Breathe through the nose 1 more time. Breathe in, stretch up. And breathe out, palms to prayer. And keeping the palms to prayer pose, let the eyes close. Let the eyes roll slightly down, focusing towards the heart. As you focus at the heart, start to breathe gently through the nose, slow and deep. Just becoming aware of our body and breath, away from the outer world into the inner world for yoga practice. And if you want to join in with me, I'll chant the sound of Om 3 times, A-U-M. Just breathe in. Om. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Let's place one hand on the stomach, one on the upper chest, and now we'll do a little breathing exercise. We're going to breathe into the belly, pushing the belly forward on the inhale, relaxing on the exhale. So inhale, purposely breathe into the belly, kind of behind the navel or below. So you're pushing the hand forward as the stomach expands. So inhale, the stomach expands, and the ribs and chest. And then exhale completely. So think of breathing into the abdomen. Inhale. And the whole upper torso fills gently with air. Exhale in reverse. Torso relaxing, then the navel. Try that on your own. Keep the hands on the body, little grounding position, feeling the body and breath connection. Try a few more on your own. And then releasing the hands to the lap, and now just slow breathing through the nose, just briefly here, concentrating on the breath. Try to sit still. You can touch your thumb to the first finger. Just a short meditation, just about 30 seconds now. All the focus on the breath, watching your breath in and out through the nose. We can do that the whole hour, but let's move on to our poses. You can do that on your own morning and evening. It takes a few minutes sometimes for the mind to settle. So don't just get up from your chair or cushion if you try meditation on your own just because the mind is busy. You still get benefit just sitting, watching the breath, watching the thoughts, even if the mind doesn't slow down. You get a lot of benefits for the heart, for the stress level, your immune system, and you probably have a much better day. So do try meditation if you haven't before. But now we're going to work on our physical body and postures. So take your legs wide. We're going to lean a little forward, bring your hands above the knee, and skip any of the movements if it doesn't feel good. And let's just shrug our shoulders to the ears, lift up. Inhale, exhale, let them drop. Sit tall, lean forward, shrug the shoulders to the ears. Drop, exhale, one more time. Lean forward, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, drop. Okay, now sitting tall. We'll do some standing poses after. Let's circle the spine, warming up the hips and back. And I won't play music online, but if you have some soft music or mantras in the background you like, feel free. But don't forget, the breath is our focus today. So let's breathe in as you go back, breathe out as you go forward. We'll make our breath the music if you don't have music. See how your body feels. Where is it tight? Where do you need some movement? When you're ready, reverse direction, circling the other way, inhaling back, exhaling forward. And then eventually find center, bring the feet hip width apart. And we're going to stretch the arms up to the sky, spread the fingers as you press the feet down. Exhale, sweep the arms down, palms face each other by the legs. Now let's turn the palms up. Inhale, all the way up. Maybe the palms can touch, prayer pose hands. Exhale, down, palms face in. So you palms face up on the inhale, reach and palms touch overhead. Exhale, palms down. Let's add in neck movements. Look up on the inhale. See the hands touch overhead. Exhale, chin down as the arms lower on your own. Just warming up our shoulders. Getting our breath connected to the body. Good. And on the next one, take the arms just out in line with your shoulders, shoulder height, and then rotate your whole arm bone and thumbs down and up, all the way back, all the way forward. And then bend your elbows. Elbows are going to be in line with your shoulders, like a cactus or scarecrow shape. And then try to have your hands over the elbows and then relax your shoulders. And then we're going to twist gently to the left on the inhale, gently to the right on the exhale. Inhale left, exhale right at your own pace. And then bring the hands to the shoulders. And when you're done with the next round, sit tall. Push your hands away from you in a T shape and then back to the shoulders. On your own, 10 times. Feel like you're pushing away really heavy walls. Get a little arm stretch and forearm stretch for those of you at work. A lot on the computer. It's good to stretch your arms and hands. After your 10th one, roll your fingers. Circling. Okay, good. And then we're going to touch your thumb under the pinky mound and bring your other fingers over like that. So pinky mound and over. If you can't do the pinky mound, you also can do under the ring finger. The palms are going to face down. It looks like a fist. That's why I'm showing you close, because it's not just like a fist. You're under. And then stretch your arms out like a T shape. This is a Kundalini yoga exercise and meditation. We're going to make some big arm circles going back. Get our blood flowing, get the heart rate up a little bit, but we're going to close the eyes and meditate on the breath and add an imaginary light at the brow point between eyebrows and a little higher up, called the third eye, the intuitive eye. So on your own pace, you're going to circle the arms back. The arms can circle fast, but let the breath be slow and steady through the nose. Now, For those of you that have a shoulder injury or it hurts, you can go like this, slower, lower. Others, about a 1.5 foot circle, shoulder height. Let your eyes close, keep the head centered, sitting tall on your own, circling. Okay, steady the breath now, powerful breath in and out through the nose, mind focused at the brow point. Just a few more. Good, and then inhale, arms up like a Y shape, spread the fingers, let the thumbs touch overhead, reach for the sky, exhale, lower the arms, shake it out, good work, close your eyes, relax your hands on the legs, observe the breath and the body. And now we're gonna lift you could do this standing if you want, or seated, up to you. We're gonna lift our toes and heel. If you wanna stand, you may wanna hold the chair if you need support behind you, and then you're going to lift the heels up and then lift the toes. Standing, you get probably a little more calf strength, so if you can stand, feel free. Otherwise, feel free to sit, your choice. We're going to do about 30. If you want to work on balance and no chair, you can bring your hands on the hips, heels up, toes up. It might help the focus on one point that's not moving. Good, keep going, a little more, calf strength. Try 10 more. And then you hit about 30, give or take. We're going to have our feet flat, feet parallel. So again, you could face the chair and hold the chair for those you need support. If you're seated, join the arm movement. If you're standing, we're going to sit down in an imaginary chair, but there's no chair there, for leg strength and knee health. And hold. And then stretch the legs. Okay, if you don't need that, hold the chair. As you sit in your imaginary chair, take the arms up, palms facing each other, called the mighty pose. And then release, feet closer together or together next round. You can hold the chair, sit down, or arms up. Try to now take the upper arms towards the ears, gazing slightly forward and down, the mighty pose. And then up, upward hand pose, exhale, lower the arms, shake it out. Get a little side bend now. You're going to go to the right side of your chair with the feet together. And we're going to stretch your right arm up. You can hold the chair with your left hand if you need. Curve to the left, crescent moon, or release your left arm. Looking up, side bend. And then switch. You can switch sides of the chair if you need to hold the chair, or left arm up, right arm down, looking at your left upper forearm. Or not upper forearm, but inside of the forearm, I meant. So kind of towards the wrist, and then up. One more time each side, side bend. And switch. And release, good work. And now we're gonna start to do some marching. You can do it seated, or if you're standing, you can hold the chair. You don't need to hold the chair, just relax your arms. You can take your knee as high as you can. If you can, above the hip joint. It's good for the sciatic joint. Just try a few more. Then we're gonna work on balance. So if you're standing, if you're on the right side of your chair, you can bring your left hand to the chair and then take your right hand under the right knee. And now we're going to hold with the right knee up. Let's first circle the right ankle while we're there. And then if you want to try coming off the chair, bring the hand to the shin, lift the knee towards the right armpit or chest, and balance. The same pose laying down is much more relaxing for sciatica, but the standing version I like because it adds strength and balance and focus. Both are good. But if you need gentle today, feel free to lay down and do that. Okay, other side when you're ready. Let's start with marching. You can hold the chair if you need. Just get your knees up as high as you can. If you want, you can bring your hands like this in line with your elbows. Elbows close to your waist, and then not moving the hand. Keep the hands solid. Don't move like this. Keep the hands where they are, and then try to get one knee up to each hand. That can kind of guide you to get those knees high, and then lower the arms. Keep the knees lifting, maybe higher. Few more. Few 100,000 more. No, I'm kidding. A few more. Okay, good. Release. And now right hand of the chair. If you're on the left side of the chair, lift either the left heel or the left hand goes under the left knee or both hands under the knee. Or maybe you can go higher if you get the hands on the shin under the knee and then hold. Let's practice balance. Focus on one point and breathe. And release, shake it out. Good work. Hip circles. We did it seated already. You can repeat that. A standing version, you can hold the chair, bend the knees, legs are wide. Or no chair, hands on hips. And then you're just going to make big circles with your tailbone. Do at least 5 in each direction. And then release, mountain pose. Relax your arms, close the eyes a moment and pause. Observe your body. And let's go into our animal shapes now. Let's start with the dog. So if you're standing, come behind the chair. I'll show seated after. Your feet are parallel. Breathe in. We're going to walk the legs back, bend the knees, extending the spine, downward dog. We'll start with the hands on the height of the chair. Walk it in mountain pose. We're going to do 2 more rounds. If you need seated, you can take your arms up overhead with the palms forward. You breathe in. The head stays centered. As you breathe out, you start to hinge at the hips, reach the hands up to the wall where your ceiling and wall meet in front of you. So you're lengthening, and then you come out. We'll do that 3 times. If you need support, keep the hands on the thigh and lean forward. For those of you standing, if you want to go deeper in, if you have an open chair back like this, you maybe can bring the hands further down to the chair rung. Feel free to bend the knees. You just work on opening the back. Or to the chair base. If you're not using the chair, your hands will be on the ground, stretching like a dog. And when you come out, roll it up. Good work. When you're standing, let's roll the shoulders. Same thing if you're seated. And then make some big arm circles. And release. Good work. Let's go into sun salutation. Okay, so hopefully my feet won't get cut off here, but just start with your standing version behind the chair with your feet together. Okay, so feet together. Hold on a sec. Make sure you can see me. Okay, and then you can do this seated if you need. Surya Namaskar. And we're going to start with our arms up, inhaling, reach for the sun. Exhale, palms to prayer, head towards the heart. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands go to the chair top. It's not exactly down dog because you don't go back as far. Maybe just a foot back so your head doesn't hit the chair. And then you can bend the elbows into forward bend or touch your thighs or feet if you don't want the chair. Forward bend. And then high lunge posture, hands to the chair top. We did the seated, you can lift one knee to the chest. Standing, step your right leg back, bend the left knee, and hold. Sorry, I'm wearing tan beige pants that match my couch, so maybe my legs blend in, but hopefully you get the idea. Your right leg's back, left leg is bent. High lunge. And then down dog, step both legs back. Hold there, down dog. And then we're going to switch legs on the lunge. So take your other leg forward. Wait, I'm going to put here we go, that's better. A lavender, there's actually yoga postures on this cloth. So now you can see my shape better. Okay, so now step your left leg back, the right leg bends. Maybe that's a little better. So you're in high lunge, seated, switch legs, lift the other knee to the chest. Press through the back heel, bend the right leg. Step it forward, mountain pose, into cobra. Take your hands behind you, palms face you. If you can, interlock the fingers, lift the heart, a little back bend. Release, inhale up. Exhale, palms to prayer. We're going to do that again. I just want to show you. This is really cool. It's from Integral Yoga. I don't know if you could see it. It's all different yoga poses on this tapestry. It's Swami Satchidananda. I don't know if you can you see that? He's doing there's the sun salute. Here's the first one we're doing right there, the top sun salutation. If you can see that, the top row, it's exactly what we're doing, but we're using a chair. So let's do the second round. Okay, so bring your feet together. And just to point out, seated, we already did the down dog is this, but the seated lunge could be this. Okay, the rest follow the arm movement. So you breathe in, stretch the arms up, breathe out, palms to prayer. Breathe in, up and back. Breathe out, forward bend, hands to the chair, top, bend the knees. Elbows bend, maybe touch the thighs, shin our feet. You can straighten the legs as much as comfortable. And then lunge posture, hands to the chair top. Take your left leg back, right leg bends. Seated, you lift the leg up. Now standing, you have an option to go further down if you want to bring the hands on the chair base or floor if you want to combine yoga with chair and without. And then down dog, hands to the chair base or top. Bend the knees, hips back. Left foot forward, high lunge, right leg back, up to you where your hands go, chair top, base or floor. Step it forward, mountain pose, roll up. Cobra, interlock the fingers, lift the upper back. Release, inhale up. Exhale, palms to prayer. We're going to do that again. Lower your arms, repeat, inhale. Arms up, exhale, prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. Any version. Right leg back on the inhale. High lunge. Left leg back, down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, left leg back, high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out, left leg forward. Roll up. Fingers back, maybe interlock. Cobra, inhale. Release, exhale. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, prayer. And lower the arms. One more time. Left side, inhale. Exhale. Prayer pose hands. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. We bend the knees or thighs or touch the feet. You always can go slower as you need. You don't have to go at my pace. Take them slower or take breaks if you need. Left leg back, high lunge. Now, if you're standing, I'm going to offer a challenging balance called Proud Warrior. For leg strength, you bend your left knee in the high lunge. The right knee's over the right heel. Make sure your knees are comfortable. You bend the back knee. Let's first bend and straighten 10 times. Let's do some leg strength within the yoga pose. Bend, straighten. Then on the 10th one, after 10 times, bend the back knee, hold, option to take one arm up and switch, or both arms up, interlock the fingers except the index finger, Proud Warrior. Variation, and then step it forward, mountain. Good work. Second side, right leg back. Bend the right knee, hands can hold the chair top. Spine is tall. Bend the back knee, and now let's straighten and bend 10 times for leg strength. On your own. On the 10th one, bend the back knee, hold, hug the thighs together. Option to take one arm up or both, fingers interlock, Proud Warrior. Come on out, mountain pose. Interlock the fingers, reach up, the heart lifts, back bend, release, inhale up. Exhale, prayer pose hands. Good work. Relax your arms, mountain pose, and pause. I know what he wants. My cat is looking for his cat couch. While you relax and breathe and pause, here's my cat Melech, who's so cute. And wakes me up. He's my yogi guru. He wakes me up 5 a.m. Yeah, he wants food. He tries to get me up earlier than I want, but it forces me to get up and meditate early. He's looking for that. Okay, Moving on, we're going to do tree posture now, balancing on one leg. So bring your feet together. If you're standing, take your right hand to the chair on the left side of the chair for balance. If you're seated, you're going to take your left foot up, if you can, to the inner thigh. Palms to prayer and the arms up. If you're standing, take your left foot up to the inner leg. Or, not just the lower leg, see if you can get it higher. Carry it up with your hand. Now you're welcome to hold the chair because it's chair yoga. The left arm can go up, but if you want to try without the chair, palms to prayer and then the arms up. Called Vrikshasana, the tree pose. A great pose for helping our concentration and balance and feeling centered and grounded and steady. We'll switch sides. If you're standing, go to the right side of the chair with your feet together. Seated, you take the right foot up to the chair base. Standing, at your own pace, foot to the inner shin or thigh. Either one arm out or right prayer pose, hands, and then maybe the arms go up, tree posture, Vrikshasana. Exhale, lower, release, shake it out. Good work. Tree pose. Let's try another balance posture. So the next one is the eagle, Garudasana, Garuda. We're going to stretch the trapezius. So take your arms back, cross the right arm over left. You're going to give yourself a hug like this. You'll notice the elbows at first will go lower. So try to bring the elbows up now as high as you can, and then the hands are going to go up. So the elbows up and then the hands up like that. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, and then feet together if you're standing or seated. If you're standing, you're going to drop the hips, no chair. And then take your left foot forward, option to cross your left leg over right. You're now in a balance. It's a lot of work on that leg. If you're seated, you won't have the leg strength, but you will have the flexibility. Okay, so try that and then come out, take a break, pause. Okay, the second side, you can do seated and standing if you want. It's the opposite leg that goes over. The seated version's nice at work or if you're on an airplane. But even standing, if your elbows drop, re-establish the lift of the elbows and the shoulders down and then release. Good work. Roll it out. And then now we're all going to have a seat for house face, Davokasana. So let's just roll our shoulders. And then take your right hand behind the head and press the head back. Take the back of the left hand to the low back. If you can, try to touch the fingers behind you. You can use a belt or interlock, cow's face. And then press your head back into the arm. And release. Roll the shoulders. Big circles. Loosen up the shoulders. Good. And then shoulders forward. And then release. And let's do the second side. Okay, so if you take your left hand to the head, the back of the right hand goes to the low back. And then from there, see if you can crawl your fingers closer together. Press the head back to the arm and hold. Cow's face. We're doing just the upper body. And then release. Good work. Roll out the shoulders. Okay, simple neck movements. You're just sitting tall in a chair. You're welcome to sit on the ground if you're comfortable cross-legged instead. Let's sit nice and tall. Center your head. Think of a flower over the stem. And then we're just first going to turn the head right to left, right to left. And then circle the nose, little circles in the air. Other direction. And then now once your head is centered, reach your hands towards the ground. They're kind of like 45 degrees away from you. And then lower the chin of the chest in some half circles. Roll one ear to the shoulder and then the other, like your nose is drawing a smiley face in the air. I know some of you request exercises because your neck feels tight or stressed at work or just in general. So these can help. A little movement and unwind the neck. And then this next one, you bring the head center, keep the hands reaching towards the ground. Gently drop your left ear to the left shoulder, not pulling, just drop wherever it goes. Don't force it, wherever gravity takes it naturally. And then lightly, you can take your left hand and touch the head, just so light, just to give a little extra stretch to the neck. And then actively, if you want to extend it, reach your right hand to the ground, a little more length. And then you'll switch. No tugging, no force, just gentle. Okay, right ear to the right shoulder. It drops, the arms extend down. Option to touch your head with the right hand and hold, gently stretching the left side of the neck and breathing. No strain, no force. Release. Good. Let's try the lion's breath now. Just relieve tension in the jaw. A little bit maybe in the neck. I say this one is for people who get road rage. It's an old yoga pose. It's Simhasana, the lion or lion's breath. So what we do, we sit tall, we breathe in. When you breathe out, you stretch your arms, stretch your fingers, hands, if you can, towards the knees. While you stretch your lion pause, here's my sleeping lion, Bella. He actually doesn't do this one, but the lions maybe do. And then it's not a roar like the lions, but you stick your tongue down and the eyes roll up, the mouth opens. You're stretching your jaw 3 times. So you breathe in, exhale, fingers stretch, tongue down, eyes up. 2 more times on your own. Get out your road rage or any rage. So that when you close your eyes after 3 rounds, you can enjoy that lightness to the face and forehead. Feel the face relax. All right, good work. Let's do a seated pose. We did those lunge, 10 rounds, bend and straighten, gave good strength. Now seated pigeon is stretch the outer thigh. So if you can get one ankle on the opposite thigh, flex the top foot. If not, go to the ground wherever you need. And then option to pull against the shin to sit taller on the inhale. I say option too, because everything's optional in yoga. The teacher might say to do this, do that, but if it doesn't feel good in your body, don't do it. It's all optional, but those who have space, you feel like you want to stretch further or keep going, start to hinge at the hips, but keep the spine lifting. So option to bow forward, only if you need. You might feel already here, oh, that's so tight in the hip. You can breathe there. Others might want to go further. It doesn't mean you're better at yoga if you're more flexible or stronger. It's just we each have strengths in our body in some areas and some not. And we want to find balance. So it's no better or worse. It's just practice. The other side, when you're ready, you flex the top foot, other ankle on the thigh or below. Option to pull against the shin, sit tall, breathe in. And those feel that you want to keep going. Bend at the hips, a little hinge, but keep the spine lifting. And breathing, pigeon posture. When you come out, bring your feet hip width apart. And now let's just move our knees side to side like windshield wipers. And then sit tall, mountain pose. Let's close the eyes a moment, a sacred pause. Observe the body. Observe the breath. Then bring your hand under the right knee, lift the knee to the chest, seated lunge. Let's stretch and bend a few times. We'll work on a leg stretch posture. You could do this laying on the ground if you don't want a chair. The chair version, you sit tall and stretch the leg. You can point and flex. Oh, I forgot a rotation of our ankle, if anyone caught that. I did a standing balance with one leg up and I had us rotate one ankle. I think I did it on the second side, so we'll get to it now. I don't know if anyone caught that. Okay, and then the other leg, we'll do it here. So you lift the other knee to the chest, sit tall. And now let's rotate the left ankle. That was the one we didn't do. You might have caught it and rotated on your own. Okay, and then now let's extend and bend a few times. So you can do this again, laying down. Your leg would reach to the sky. And then eventually we'll hold the leg stretch, sit tall, point and flex. You may be lower. You might need your heel on the ground. Everyone's unique. And then when you're done, release. Close the eyes, pause, observe your legs. Let's do a little bit of that windshield wiper movement now, knees side to side. Loosen up the hips and then find stillness for a moment, mountain pose called Tadasana. Let the eyes close, settle in, observe your body and breath. Let's try the archer. So let's take your thumbs up. So your fingers aren't interlocked here. Your hands are together like this. So you have two thumbs up, we'll say it that way. Two thumbs up and then together. So you're not like that because we're going to separate like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Okay, the archer. I'll show a seated and standing version you could choose. We'll start with the seated. You take your arms out in front, thumbs up. Take your left arm to the left, right hand to the right shoulder, and if you can, further back, look to the left. That's the arms, the archer, pulling the bow and arrow. The legs, you can stretch your right leg out, flex the foot, take it to the right with the heel on the ground, and your left leg to the left. A few breaths, and then you'll switch sides. Your right arm will go to the right, left hand to the left shoulder or beyond. The left leg straightens, can stretch to the left, flex the foot. Take the right leg to the right, look to the right, archer. And release, relax, good. First round. Second round, same thing, seated. For those of you who want to stand, you take your legs about 3 or 4 feet wide. You turn your left toes to the left, your right heel to the right, the hips face forward, thumbs out, left arm to the left, right hand to the right shoulder, and now you bend your left leg, look to the left, archer. Focus on the thumbnail, hold and breathe. When you switch, you take your arms forward, toes forward, and switch. Rotate your right toes to the right, your left heel a little bit to the left, the hips face forward. Forward. Yoga teachers, we're like traffic control. Forward hips, head to the right, right? Is that what they do? Traffic control for the airlines. Okay, on the runway. All right, so right leg's gonna bend and the hips forward, and then to the right, archer. Right arm to the right, pull the left hand to the left shoulder, look at your right thumbnail and hold. And breathing. And releasing. Good. If you're standing, stay standing. One more, with or without a chair. If you don't need the chair, your toes are forward. You slide your hands down the thigh, forward bend. If you need a chair, you're going to bring your hands on the chair base from the front or side for support, or you can rest your head on the hands. If you're not using a chair, your hands can go on the ground. Wide leg pose, stretching the legs. Seated, your legs can stay bent. Legs wide, toes turn a little bit out. Breathing in. And then you can hinge forward. If you can get down to your forearms, move the knees towards the little toe, and then lengthen the spine. And then coming up, and have a seat if you are standing, and pause in the mountain pose. Close the eyes. Find your breath. Observe the body from all those postures. Wonderful postures, yoga asanas for vitality, health, flexibility. So good for us. Okay, let's do one more active pose. It's not that active, but a little twist. And then we'll do some conscious relaxation. Everyone needs stress management, right? Not just the exercise. But first, the twist, cross your right leg over the left. Sit tall. Take both hands to the outside of your right thigh. Pull the right leg in towards the left. Breathe in. Exhale, gently turn to the right. If you have room behind or scoot forward, get your right hand behind you on the chair base. Gentle twist. And then when you're ready to switch, you always can hold longer. You bring your legs together, sit tall, pause. Breathe in, breathe out. Take both hands to the outer left thigh. Cross your left leg over the right. Sit taller if you can. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Option to take the left hand behind you on the chair base. Final twist. And release the hugging twist. Give yourself a hug and just a gentle rock side to side. Both directions. Meaning both directions means switch other arm on top, not really directions, and then twist both directions. That's it. Yeah. All right, good work. Now we are going to come down into relaxation if you want on the floor. You see how my cat's so relaxed? We're going to copy him. So you can stay upright. Got to put a blanket on my cat. Hold on. There we go. So he's relaxing. Now we're going to relax. If you don't want to get down on the ground or you're at work or can't, just relax against your chair back. Seated Shavasana, like that. Just rest your hands on the thigh, close your eyes, and we're going to enjoy passively held posture, a passive held pose. If you have a wall or chair, come down on the floor. This way you can get your legs over the heart, which is very good for relaxing and our circulation. You go close to the chair if you're going to use a chair, not the wall. You curl in a ball on the side, and then you elevate your feet on the chair. And the arms relax with the back of the hands on the ground. You're welcome to use a pillow for the head. If you have a wall, it's a different posture called Viparita Karani in Sanskrit. It's you're elevating your legs on the wall. You go against the wall. I prefer the wall if I have the option because your legs go higher, a little more inversion. But for people with low back pain, honestly, the chair might feel better. It's totally up to you. But if you're on the wall, try to get both buttocks against the wall before you elevate your legs. So that way you can scoot closer to the wall, but you don't have to go too far. If you have glasses now, take them off. You can rest them on your stomach. Fake a yawn, stretch your face. Exhale, maybe that lion's breath again. Make fists with your hands, squeeze tight. Inhale, stretch the fingers. Exhale, release. Relax. Spread the toes, then relax. Now let your whole body relax. Let the eyes close, settle into this relaxation posture, relaxing all the muscles from the feet, through the legs, through the stomach, the back, the heart, the neck and throat, the shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, fingers. Relax, relax, relax. Relaxing the forehead, top of head, every cell, muscle. Relaxing, the body's relaxed. Now just observing the breath, watching the breath in and out through the nose. And if you want to stay longer, just stay where you are, watching the breath. If you want to come out, bring the knees to the chest. If you're on the ground, give a little rock side to side. And then eventually roll to a fetal posture on one side if you're on the floor. Prepare to come up as you're ready, pushing off your hands. And either come into a cross-legged seat or return to your chair sitting upright. And if you are seated against the chair back in relaxation, sit tall away from the chair back. When you're ready to come out, we'll find an upright meditation seat with the eyes closed. You can hold your shins if you're sitting cross-legged. Just pause a moment, observe the body and breath. Observe how you feel, your energy level. The yoga maybe calm the nerves, calm the mind, gave you energy, whatever it is you needed from your practice today. I hope that was well received, and other benefits as well. There's always surprises from your practice. You always get extra benefits, I find. So let's join the palms prayer, being grateful, feeling some gratitude for our health and wellness, wherever we're at with our health and fitness. The fact that you did practice today is a great step, a positive habit and step. So let's honor that, and then bowing the head to the heart, honoring our body like we started. Place one hand on the stomach, one on the upper chest. Take a nice breath into the belly, palms back to prayer, bowing the head to the heart. Namaste.